Day number 63. And welcome back to Alaska. So, as of right now, we're 557 miles along this road, coming close to the border of Canada and United States by the means of Alaska. This ginormous thing here may just look like a giant stream of poop to you, and pretty much it is. And it is the Terra River. It runs to the right of the Alaska 2 highway, and as you remember last time, and the time before that, and also the time before that, the game, or the mod, making the one-to-one real-life Minecraft world Earth version thing, has been updated multiple times, making it so that the world is about 10 times more detailed than it was for the last, about roughly 59 episodes. So, here we are, and if you've conveniently skipped the last 3 episodes, well, you'd be very shocked. So, make sure you hold your horses, because, well, this is what the world looks like now. Lots of green trees and green other things, and well, everything else is the same, pretty much. It's same terrain, same scale, obviously. Except the world seems to generate all the time, like non-stop, depending on satellite, like, database or something. Whatever the mod runs off of, always basically downloads the world real-time into this game. And, well, yeah. I don't know why I feel the need to explain this as if this is the first episode every single time. Like, feel like, yeah, sure, I might be losing my mind a little bit, but hey, what do you expect? I mean, we're only 62 episodes out of, well, projected 1,137 it's going to take to get to the tip of Argentina. So we're 557 miles in. I'll show you the real-life looking thing. Now here it is. Whoa. Now that's a lot of, bushes, shrubbery. Wow, look at that thing. It's a big mountain. Yes, we saw that last time, and there's the other Google car going down the road there, which seems like it's been following me since all the way back up in, well, the frickin' Arctic Circle. As we can see, since we went all the way up here, we came down from this town, and I'll probably be able to see that same car driving down the road right here if I go here. Watch. Alright. Maybe not this image. Maybe I'm in front this time. Maybe that's them back there. Hold on, let me find a good spot. I know I'm not losing my mind entirely. There it is. No, that's coming this way. Oh my god. Great job. Way to set myself up to look stupid, okay? Great start to this episode. Whatever, you get the point. Just take my word for it, okay? There was lots of satellite... Basically, this car's been following... Or I've been following this car the whole time, alright? And somehow they got infinite gas. And now we're going down here. And we're this far from the United States exit into the land of hockey sticks. So, yeah, I'm... Stop talking and do it. So, music... No, not over here. Okay. Oh. Sorry. What was that? Oh. I would appreciate it if I could find a name tag for these things that are following me. You know, they're wild animals, but I call them dogs because it's a dog. Well, now you see, basically, like, each tree is, you know, 3D sketched out from the map and placed. Well, I guess it's not like each tree, it's like each patch of tree is loaded into the world from the satellite, scanning the different areas. And the reason why they have to update it and why it loads in alive as you play the game is because obviously they can't generate the whole Earth all at once. It gets bigger as you go further, just like in any normal Minecraft world, in terms of the size it's written on your hard drive. For example, this world is about 80 gigabytes so far, about 557 miles, or about 900 kilometers in. Now, once we get down to Argentina, it's probably going to be close to, if I could just do some quick math to calculate it, maybe around, since it's 80 gigabytes now, and it would be about, like, a liberal or conservative estimate of 10,000 total miles. That's 1/20th, so 20 times 8 is 1,600. 80 times 20 is 1,600, right? So that's 1,600 gigabytes. That's 1.6 terabytes. That's probably more than the amount of space you have on your computer. But if it's not, then man, how do you have a better computer than me? All right, so that's burning over there. Yeah, I don't think those giant holes filled with lava are from satellite, because, well, I don't think that actually would be too safe to just have around here. Yeah, and also, this new update brought along changes to the road, which makes it a little bit more emphasized. It's like a tiny bit wider than I would prefer it to be. Maybe it's because they're putting so much effort into scanning everything with so much detail now and putting it accurately onto this. All the trees, and they accidentally make the road just like a little bit too thick because they like scan it so hard, and it's like it paints it like a little bit too much. Probably just made no sense of what I just said, but I mean, I think you get it. If I'm not mistaken, then there should be a river to the right, like there was last episode. We came around the side, we came around that corner, and we saw that actually pretty good view of the river on the right side. And it was like an ocean. It's like, whoa, this thing is big. But it was actually blue and not just horrible, dirty, and brown, like it actually is in real life. The next town that we're going to be heading into is called Delta Junction or something like that. And that's where the main intersection between this highway is and off to the highway where... Oh, there we go. Off to the highway where it goes off into Canada and what have you over there. Whoa. See what I'm saying? Look at this river. The detail, the attention to detail now is just... Like, even on the banks, you see these, like, impavements, or not impavements, like, these, dirt things. I don't know, like the way it should be in a river. Like, it doesn't just stay grass, it's like, you know, water, or whatever. It makes dirt and sand. I mean, look how thick it is. It's ridiculous. You got a coast over there. I'm not sure if that's the other side of this river. It might just be one of the banks that you see on the map. There's like so many different streams running through this. I really would just like to go exploring into the side of the forest, wouldn't you? I mean, if we weren't on a mission. It doesn't go anywhere. Just imagine, like, just endless forest biome. It's not like you'll just come across a desert eventually, like, it just never ends. Well, I mean, in your perspective, you'll never find the end because you don't have the patience of me, obviously. I would find it because we're gonna eventually get out of this place, and we're gonna find bigger pastures, and we're gonna get... Just think about all the places we're gonna be in this series. Even if there's only 10 people watching, we're gonna be through highs and lows, through easts and wests, and ups and downs, and lefts and rights, side by side. There's gonna be snowfall, there's gonna be forests, there's gonna be deserts, there's gonna be humongous mountains, there's gonna be giant flatlands, there's gonna be water crossing a huge lake, there's gonna be open fields, there's gonna be... I don't even know what there is. There's just so much. And it's just still the beginning somehow, surprisingly. Yeah, we do need to start making these videos like at least once a day. But of course, don't take my word for it, because I really don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to that consistency. Oh nice, that's what it looks like over here. The improvement is so much better. Like, before, sometimes the world would just generate, like, just nothing but mountains of water, because it would think that that's where the river was, and it was so glitched. And it's like, wow, so much better, thank you. The only thing that they could actually do next is 3D print buildings of cities into this. Now that would be game-changing. That's it. You won the game. Game over. There's nothing you could do to make it better after that, if you can somehow do that. Alright, this is starting to look like... Wait. This is starting to look like, Robin Hood Forest or something. Man, keep thinking back to this one time. I just can't help resist telling this specific story of the time when my friend named Jimmy, which you might be familiar with, was a good friend of mine. We had a brilliant idea of having pranks in a specific way, which involved basically just taking a megaphone and using a car and then just simply driving by someone walking down the street and just yelling "hey" through the megaphone right behind them. And yeah, that was the 10 out of 10 idea we had, and it was like, oh my god, that's such a good idea, that's so brilliant, we're so good at pranking. So we did that like throughout so many months, especially like driving home from the school we went to. By the way, if you're not familiar with the comedic cast of characters that I've introduced you to while doing this series, Jimmy is the one who always is the most kind of far out one, kind of like he's always kind of, you know, not all there, like a little bit crazy, but not rambunctious like some other people. But basically, Jimmy and I would drive home from school every day, because he lived right nearby, and just take a megaphone and just scream "hey" into people's faces. Not people's faces, behind their back as they were walking. And well, some of them were pretty entertaining, and others were like not. Some of them were like and others would just be like, you scream "hey" right next to them, and they would just be like are you okay? Like maybe it was like a free, you know, unwilling hearing test, honestly. And at least after, you know, after we did that to you, you'd be able to know, okay, there's something wrong with my ears, so I'm gonna go and have it checked out. Maybe we were actually doing people a favor after all. But one of the days, he ended up actually doing it to a celebrity on accident. And I didn't even realize it until after. It was actually a famous YouTuber named Markiplier who was walking down the street. And the only reason why I realized it was Markiplier who Jimmy at that point had yelled "hey" to. He didn't react too much. He didn't like jump or anything. But the reason I realized it was him was only because after I was like, wait, hold on a second. I looked back and it was the guy. It was during the time when he had like this really bright, vibrant pink hair, and he was walking like his Labrador. And I usually don't look at the people right before Jimmy over to the left, who's driving most of the time, would scream "hey" at them. He's the one who usually did all the dirty work, and I would just like, sometimes I would film it, and most of the time I wouldn't. But it was just funny. It was his idea to do it. Like that's why I was just like always in the passenger seat, like, okay, like yeah, that's fine, yeah. Like, a little bit weird, but I wasn't complaining because it was funny. And I took a second take. I was like, wait, hold on a second. And this guy was, you know, unless it was just some random other guy with pink hair walking a yellow dog. I mean, it was back in 2015 or something, so yeah, it made sense. He kind of like jumped. He was like, most of the time the humans actually react more than the animals. The animals just don't really care. I don't know why he was walking his dog in that area, though. I mean, it wasn't like it was in an area I would imagine he lived in. It was like on the coast of LA, back at his school in Los Angeles. So that's also I know it was in Los Angeles. It was pretty sure that's like where he lived. was like, okay, well, good job. We just jump scared famous YouTuber. But you think that particular person would be kind of immune to jump scares at this point because of, well, their profession. You know what I'm saying? But it was loud. We even went to drive. The funniest thing was going to drive-thrus and ordering like really loudly, being like, "Yeah, hello, can I have a number 9? I'll take 2 number 4s." And they roll up the window like being all cheesed and pissed. They'd be like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" Some of them would be so passive aggressive, like, "Haha, yeah, you're cute. Here's your food now. Go away, little idiot. Like, have fun." Man, I'm just trying to have food, okay? God, it's not my fault. You know? I could have a disability for all I know that needs a megaphone to scream at you in order to hear my voice correctly. It's, you know, you can't just assume stuff like that. I mean, you know, I could be deaf or something. I can't hear how loud I am. Yeah, anyways, yeah, we were pretty punks. We were pretty stupid punks for sure. It was a megaphone he always had on his side door, like, just ready to wield right there. You pull up, like, you see a person, we turn down a residential street, look to the left, see a person walking down, he'd be like, roll down the window, stick his whole head outside the window, just be like, as, yeah, really annoying and cringy. His whole half of his body was out the window sometimes. Still driving. No, probably not that dangerous. I remember one of the worst times we did that, and it was like a construction site, and this was like really dangerous. He yelled it through the megaphone on like this street, kind of a busy street. Across the whole street, it was some house being built, and this guy was standing at the very top hammering, and this guy just goes, "Whoa!" Like he's gonna freaking fall or something. I was like, oh shit. Luckily he did not fall. It wasn't that, I mean, it's not like it's that loud. What happened to this village? It's not that loud. But yeah, that was one of the more ridiculous times. I was like, okay, don't do that again today. Another time, there was this like extremely Jewish guy walking down the street, and he had like all of his like family and friends and stuff, like humongous family walking down the street too. All of his like extremely Jewish kids and stuff like that. And like he had this extremely ridiculously long beard, and he had like obviously the Jewish hat and stuff like that. And Well, basically, after Jimmy screamed "hey" through the megaphone right at him, some of them get like super close. Like he goes down some of the super narrow streets in the middle of residential city, and I'm just like, no, don't do that. It's too ridiculously, it's too much. Like the megaphone gets like to be like a foot away from their head when he's leaning outside the whole car, but he's right behind them, so they're not looking. They can't tell what's about to happen to them. And he screams at the top of his lung, "Hey!" at this guy. He jumps back, and his wig and hat, and his hat falls off, and he had a wig, and he was bald as frick. Oh my god, it was so horrible. And then Jimmy just floors it like. He starts like screaming like, "Hey, la, 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 la." Oh, it's just hey Jimmy, don't do that again. Maybe get a little bit of distance first. Like you could probably feel the wind out of the megaphone. That's how close he was to the people walking down the street. Only like some of the kids following the family looked behind at the car as we were pulling up behind them. Yeah, it's not really that nice of a thing to do. I didn't know yet. So surprised. It was just so stupid, like how the guy's hair just fell off. Like, what is this, a freaking comedy show? Like, that's only supposed to happen in cartoons or like sitcoms or something. It's like the thing just, he leaned back and the thing just fell off his head. Well, I do love this forest. It really does remind me of nothing, really. I don't know. It reminds me of something that probably should be something I'm reminded of, but alas, is not reminding of anything. We can get items from here, can't we? If they had an item room, which they don't, of course, that would just be too good. They don't have chests in their houses, right? No. Oh, God. What the well, how'd you get in here? What the heck? That would be too good. This is an Xbox version, right? No, obviously. Man, that guy was so Jewish. I mean, his sideburns were so long. I've never seen someone so Jewish. Like, it almost looked like they were just pretending to be Jewish or something. Wait, is it like cosplay days? But anyways, enough of that. I'm not trying to offend people. Just say you should have seen them. You should have seen it. Like, you don't understand. This area looks so epic. Like, just look at this. Would you look at this? You stupid, dumb animal. Look at this. It is so epic. This used to be just flat land, nothingness. Can you believe it? And now it's like so epic. Look at it. Wow. I mean, it's like redwood trees or something. Bro, I can't get... This is like really, it's like freaking man. It's like Endor. So much more personality to this world now. Actually, like, I mean, in the beginning, it was pretty realistic because there was literally just nothing there. It was just plain snow and flatland. That made sense. But once you started getting up into this territory, it used to just be plain, like it couldn't register terrain details and trees, and now it can, and it's like so much better. It's like you're actually here. Oh my god, okay, well. Smokey the Bear needs to check this place out. Sure gets dark fast AF now. Yeah, like the world doesn't twitch anymore. Like the sun doesn't twitch. Like, no, you can't see it anymore. See the pixels. See, it just goes straight down. So many improvements. No! I can't wait to see the, like, this really makes me excited to do this series now, because you know you're like, you want to see what's next. What am I gonna see next? I mean, obviously, look, in real life, I mean, clearly it's gonna be a while before we actually get into a different environment. It's not like this is actually, you know, Minecraft is the way biomes are in there. Like, there's no, like, real world is just like, you just keep going, and it's like the same thing for just ages until you finally get to someplace else. But this makes you want to know what you're gonna see next, because there's actually something to see next. Like, what are the deserts gonna look like? What are the mountain ranges gonna be like now? What's like the canyons and the fricking, man, there's so many things to look forward to. great. hello in there. Look at that big old river. This is so much more detailed. I like this so much better, don't you? Alright, we're gonna stop right there. I believe we are probably like right here. .3 miles. Which brings us to 567 miles, which would be a 12.5 hour drive. Doesn't seem that far considering everything. I mean, it doesn't seem like that long considering how far it's been. Look how far away we are from Fairbanks alone already. I remember we were just over there, and now we're all the way down here somehow. This is where we're going. Big Delta. Right over the Tanana River. And this city eventually down here called Delta Junction is where the road goes off. We take the one here. And this just goes off into Canada. Well, I mean, eventually, after like another, 100 straight miles or something. Which will be equivalent to like 10 more episodes. From here, it'd be like 15 more episodes. We should be in Canada probably by episode 80 at most. Finally, we'll be in a different country. All that just to end up back in the United States anyways. Alright, and that basically does it for this episode. Thanks for watching. And until next time, goodbye.